Good morning. Well, at least it's morning over here. I'd like to welcome you all to the Laggy Gym stream. This is Laggy Gym. Anyways, sorry for that pause. I had a little bit of a delay. Apparently, when it downloads games, old save games from the past, it has to pause the stream for some reason. I don't know. Anyways, so I'm Laggy Jim. Welcome back. So today we are going to start our next game in the Throwback Series. We are going to be playing Portal 2. So we played Portal. I got through it in about an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes, something like that. Let's call it 90 to 100 minutes, somewhere in there. Portal 2 is definitely going to take us a lot longer. It is not possible to beat in that short of a time frame at all. So this is going to be a lot more than a 3-part video. I'll just say that. Anyways, so we're going to start Portal 2. Portal 2 is a lot more cinematic than Portal 1. For those of you that don't know what the word cinematic means, it means, movies. But what it means for a gamer is that we're going to be sitting and watching or sitting and not doing much. This game teaches you a lot more about what goes on at Aperture Science, the place that the first one went to. So we are going to, as you can see, there's a co-op game in Portal 2 as well. If you have Portal 2 and you've never played the co-op game, play the co-op game. It really gives you different challenges than the single-player game. Truly different. The skills you need are different, and you really got to be able to cooperate and communicate with your buddy. I'd recommend it probably being a local co-op, because online co-op is a lot harder. Doable, but a lot harder. So, like I said, the single-player campaign is going to be a lot longer than the Portal 1 campaign. A lot more info. Debatable as to content, whether it's better. A lot of people say Portal 2 is better. But we'll get into that right now. Chapter 1. The Courtesy Call.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 50 days. In compliance with state and federal regulations, all testing candidates in the Aperture Science Extended Relaxation Center must be revived periodically for a mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look up at the ceiling. Good. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, look down at the floor. Good. This completes the gymnastic portion of your mandatory physical and mental wellness exercise. There is a framed painting on the wall. Please go stand in front of it. This is art. You will hear a buzzer. When you hear the buzzer, stare at the art. You should now feel mentally reinvigorated. If you suspect staring at art has not provided the required intellectual sustenance, reflect briefly on this classical music. Good. Now please return to your bed.
Weird. Ominous.
Good morning. You have been in suspension for 9999999. This courtesy call.
Hello? Anyone in there?
Subject should vacate the enrichment
Hello?
center immediately. Any test subject
Are you
non-emerging
gonna
from
open the
suspension
door
at this time
at any
will be
time?
assumed to have exercised his or her right
Hello?
to remain in extended
No?
relaxation for the duration
Are you gonna open
of the
this door?
destruction of this facility.
'Cause it's
If
it's
you have
fairly
questions or
urgent.
concerns regarding this policy, or if
Oh,
you
just
require
open the
a Spanish
door.
language
That's
version
too
of this message.
See that body?
Hello,
Take a
friend.
complimentary piece of
Why not open
stationery
the
from
door?
this drawer in front of you.
Ha! God. You look good. Looking good, actually. Are you okay? Are you... Don't answer that. I'm absolutely sure you're fine. There's plenty of time for you to recover. Just take it slow.
Please prepare for emergency evacuation.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Prepare. That's all I'm saying. Prepare. It's all fine. All right? Don't move. I'm going to get us out of here. Oh, you might want to hang on to something. Word of advice. Up to you.
Okay, no idea what this is. So,
You all right down there? Can you hear me? Hello? Most test subjects do experience some cognitive deterioration after a few months in suspension. Now, you've been under for quite a lot longer, and it's not out of the question that you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. But don't be alarmed, all right? Although if you do feel alarmed, try to hold on to that feeling, because that is the proper reaction to being told that you've got brain damage. Do you understand what I'm saying at all? Does any of this make any sense? Just tell me, just say yes. Okay, what you're doing there is jumping. You just jumped. But never mind. Say apple. Apple. Simple word. Apple. Okay, you know what? That's close enough. Just hold tight.
All reactor core safeguards are now non-functional. Please prepare for reactor core meltdown.
Okay, look, I wasn't going to mention this to you, but I'm in pretty hot water here. How you doing down there? You still holding on? The reserve power ran out, so of course the whole relaxation centre stops waking up the bloody test subjects. Hold on, this is a bit tricky. And of course, nobody tells me anything. No, why should you tell me anything? Why should I be kept informed? You know, about the life functions of the 10,000 bloody test subjects I'm supposed to be in charge of. Why? It's close. Can you see? Am I going to make it through? Have I got enough space?
wow, this place is huge.
Just gotta get through here. Okay, I just gotta concentrate. And whose fault do you think it's gonna be when the management comes down here and finds 10,000 flipping vegetables? Alright, so no, I hit that one. Okay, listen, we should get our story straight, alright? If anyone asks, and no one's gonna ask, don't worry, but if anyone asks, tell them as far as you know, the last time you checked, everyone looked pretty much alive. Alright? Not dead. Okay, almost there. On the other side of that wall is one of the old testing tracks. There's a piece of equipment in there that we're gonna need to get out of here. I think this is a docking station. Get ready.
One of the units.
Good news, that is not a docking station. So there's one mystery solved. I'm going to attempt a manual override on this wall. Could get a bit technical. Hold on. Almost there. Remember, you're looking for a gun that makes holes. Not bullet holes, but don't worry, you'll figure it out. Seriously, do hold on this time.
Looking for a gun that makes holes.
There we go. Now, I'll be honest, you are probably in no fit state to run this particular type of cognitive gauntlet. But at least you're a good jumper. So you got that. You got the jumping on your side. Just do your best, and I'll meet you up ahead. Good luck!
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to circumstances of potentially apocalyptic significance beyond our control. However, thanks to emergency testing protocols, testing can continue. These pre-recorded messages will provide instructional and motivational support so that science can still be done, even in the event of environmental, social, economic, or structural collapse. The portal will open and emergency testing will begin in 3, 2, 1.
How long has it been? This is a long time. The last time.
Cube and button-based testing remains an important tool for science, even in a dire emergency. If cube and button-based testing caused this emergency, don't worry. The odds of this happening twice are very slim. Please note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This Aperture Science material emancipation grill will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it.
So you can see it's like the same, but it's all been updated. It's all more advanced. But that's like the first 2 levels of what we did in Portal 1.
If you feel liquid running down your neck, relax, lie on your back, and apply immediate pressure to your temples. You are simply experiencing a rare reaction in which the material emancipation grill may have emancipated the ear tubes inside your head.
Good. So last time, we didn't have control over this. Meaning, last time is in Portal. You get to choose, just randomly.
Good. Because of the technical difficulties we are currently experiencing, your test environment is unsupervised. Before re-entering a relaxation vault at the conclusion of testing, please take a moment to write down the results of your test. An Aperture Science Reintegration Associate will revive you for an interview when society has been rebuilt.
We'll revive you. Extra creepy.
If the Earth is currently governed by a manner of animal king, sentient cloud, or other governing body that either refuses to or is incapable of listening to reason,
Okay. We had a creepy robot
You made
dude.
it. There should be a portal device on that podium over there. Oh!
That's not good.
Hello? Can you see the portal gun? Also, are you alive? That's important. Should have asked that first. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to work on the assumption that you're still alive, and I'm just going to wait for you up ahead. I'll wait 1 hour, then I'll come back, and assuming I can locate your dead body, I'll bury you. All right? Brilliant.
That's GLaDOS.
Go team.
The first game.
See you in an hour, hopefully. If you're not dead.
That's me from the first game. It's us from the first game. Who's this person? This is more from Ratman. as I click on the little extras. That's helpful. Let's see where they're at.
Some emergency testing may require prolonged interaction with lethal military androids. Rest assured that all lethal military androids have been taught to read and provided with one copy of the Laws of Robotics to share. Good. If you feel that a lethal military android has not respected your rights as detailed in the Laws of Robotics, please note it on your self-reporting form. A future Aperture Science Entitlement Associate will initiate the appropriate grievance filing paperwork.
I love all the little hints and cues, that something is way wrong. Obviously something's way wrong in this one, because the entire lab is falling apart. But, even the backups.
This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1.
See, it's not the exact same. It's like 4.
Great work. Because this message is pre-recorded, any observations related to your performance are speculation on our part. Please disregard any undeserved compliments.
Disregard. Compliments. Reason. Wow. Some complicated equations and stuff. As you can see, this is a much slower build. Just kind of aimlessly doing stuff right now.
If the Enrichment Center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space debris does not appear to be a deliberate part of the test.
Good advice. Now we're starting to get some stuff. starting to get into some new ones.
Well done.
As you can see, like
The
right off the
Enrichment
bat,
Center
it's
reminds
more-
you that although circumstances may appear bleak, you are not alone. All Aperture Science personality constructs will remain functional in apocalyptic, low-power environments of as few as 1.1 volts.
all personality will remain functional. Good to know. So GLaDOS is probably still alive.
This next test applies the principles of momentum to movement through portals. If the laws of physics no longer apply in the future, God help you.
Crap.
If you are a non-employee who has discovered this facility amid the ruins of civilization, welcome. And remember, testing is the future, and the future starts with you.
Let's start with this. Oops. It's in my head.
Good work getting this far, future starter. That said, if you are simple-minded, old, or irradiated in such a way that the future should not start with you, please return to your primitive tribe and send back someone better qualified for testing.
I love the commentary in these games. Whether it's creepy or whatever, it's always funny.
To ensure that sufficient power remains for core testing protocols, all safety devices have been disabled. The Enrichment Center respects your right to have questions or concerns about this policy.
Hey! Aye, I'm up here! Oh, brilliant! You did find a portal gun! Oh, do you know what? It just goes to show, people with brain damage are the real heroes in the end, aren't they, at the end of the day? Brave. Okay, listen, let me lay something on you here. It's pretty heavy. They told me never, never, ever to disengage myself from my management rail or I would die. But we're out of options here, so get ready to catch me, all right, on the off chance that I'm not dead the moment I pop off this thing. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's high. It's too high, isn't it, really, that? All right, going on 3 just gives you too much time to think about it. Let's go on 1 this time. Okay, ready? 1. Catch me, catch me! Ow! Ow. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Plug me into that stick on the wall over there, yeah? And I'll show you something. You'll be impressed by this. Yeah, I can't do it if you're watching. Seriously, I'm not joking. Can you just turn around for a second? All right, you can turn around now. Bam! Secret panel. Got open while your back was turned. pick me up, and off we go. Look at this! No rail to tell us where to go. Oh, this is brilliant. We can go wherever we want. Just hold on though, where are we going? Seriously. Hang on, let me just get my bearings. Just follow the rail, actually.
Just follow the rail.
Oh, no. Yes, hello, no, we're not stopping. Don't make eye contact, whatever you do. No, thanks, we're good. Appreciate it. Keep moving, keep moving.
Well, we're getting somewhere, so we have this little odd, dumb British
Probably ought to bring you
core.
up to speed on something right now. In order to escape, we're going to have to go through her chamber, and she will probably kill us if she's awake. If you want to just call it quits, we could just sit here forever. That's an option. Option A, sit here, do nothing. Option B, go through there, and if she's alive, she'll almost certainly kill us. So, if you've got any reservations whatsoever about this plan, now would be a tremendous time to voice them. Right now. In case you thought to yourself, I've missed the window of time to voice my reservations. Still open. Okay, I'm gonna lay my cards on the table. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go in there. Don't go in there. She's off. She's off. Don't panic over. She's off. All fine. On we go. There she is. What a nasty piece of work she was, honestly. Like a proper maniac. Do you know who ended up taking her down in the end? You're not gonna believe this. A human. I know. I wouldn't have believed it either. Apparently this human escaped and nobody's seen him since. Then there was a sort of long chunk of time where absolutely nothing happened. And then there's us escaping now, so that's pretty much the whole story. You're up to speed. Don't touch me.
What is your in here with? Yeah, his name's Wheatley. This is new.
Okay, down these stairs. Jump! This actually, look at it. That's quite a distance, isn't it? Ah! Oh, still held. Still being held. That's a great job. You've applied the grit. We're all fine. That's tremendous. I just looked down. I do not recommend it. I've just done it again.
Wow. Incredibly far. Incredibly far.
This is the main breaker room. Let's go in. Look for a switch that says escape pod. All right, don't touch anything else. Not interested in anything else. Don't touch anything else. Don't even look at anything else. Just, well, obviously you've got to look at everything else to find the escape pod. But as soon as you look at something and it doesn't say escape pod, look at something else. Look at the next thing, all right? But don't touch anything else or look at anything. Well, look at other things, but don't. You understand. Can you see it anywhere? I can't see it anywhere. Tell you what, plug me in and I'll turn the lights on. Let there be light. That's, God. Just quoting God. Oh, look at that! Turning. Ominous. But probably fine, as long as it doesn't start, moving up. Now. Escape pod, escape pod. It's moving up. Okay. Okay, no, don't worry. I've got it. This should slow it down. No, makes it go faster. Uh-oh.
Power up initiated.
Okay, don't panic! Alright, stop panicking. I can still stop this. Oh, there's a password. Okay, it's fine. I'll just hack it. Not a problem. A. C. Wait, did I do B? Do you have a pen? Start writing these down.
Power up complete.
I don't. Okay, listen. Alright, new plan. Act natural. You've done nothing wrong. Hello!
Oh, it's you.
You know her?
It's been a long time. How have you been? I've been really busy being dead. You know, after you murdered me.
You did what? Oh no! No! Oh no! Yeah!
Okay, look, we both said a lot of things that you're going to regret. but I think we can put our differences behind us. For science, you monster. I will say, though, that since you went to all the trouble of waking me up, you must really, really love to test. I love it too. There's just one small thing we need to take care of first.
Oh, good.
Here we are, the incinerator room. Be careful not to trip over any parts of me that didn't get completely burned when you threw them down here. The dual portal device should be around here somewhere. Once you find it, we can start testing, just like old times.
Hidden cubes. Turrets and such.
There it is. Hold on. There. Good. You have the dual portal device. There should be a way back to the testing area up ahead. Once testing starts, I'm required by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet. This will be our only chance to talk. Here, let me get that for you. Do you know the biggest lesson I learned from what you did? I discovered I have a sort of black box quick save feature. In the event of a catastrophic failure, the last 2 minutes of my life are preserved for analysis. I was able, well, forced really, to relive you killing me again and again, forever. You know, if you'd done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence to exacting revenge. Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that. I'm happy to put this all behind us and get back to work. After all, we've got a lot to do, and only 60 more years to do it. More or less. I don't have the actuarial tables in front of me. But the important thing is you're back, with me. And now I'm on to all your little tricks. So there's nothing to stop us from testing for the rest of your life. After that, who knows? I might take up a hobby. Reanimating the dead, maybe.
She's still creepy. And she's back. Well, guess we're stuck in here. At least we have the dual portal device, though.
Sorry about the mess. I've really let the place go since you killed me. By the way, thanks for that.
Sarcasm self-test complete.
Oh good, that's back online. I'll start getting everything else working while you perform this first simple test, which involves deadly lasers and how test subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
Well, as you can see from up there, there's a bunch of moving parts. Well, so that sort of gave us an idea of like that first chapter of like how big Aperture really is. It's freaking massive. And then I fell down this giant tube. It's like this thing is absolutely massive. And now I'm trapped in a room with deadly lasers. But I do think this is a good spot for us to stop for. Man. I do think this is a good spot for us to stop. Obviously, we just finished the first chapter, and you can see how much longer this is going to be. We just spent about 30 minutes or so on the first chapter. I just played through it. I didn't, have to figure stuff out, and that's the difference between Portal 1 and Portal 2. With that being said, we will get to a point in the game where me having played Portal 2 a few times will make it go faster than normal. Normal being if you had not played the game before. But like I was just saying, this chapter and a handful of others, you can't really speed them up. They are what they are. Some of the last ones, this first one, probably a few of the first ones, they kind of just are what they are. So anyway, we're going to pause it here, and then we will get started on a new chapter next time. And maybe we'll try to keep it chapter by chapter. It kind of depends how fast they go. Some of them might be longer than about 30 or 40 minutes. So anyways, guys, hope you're enjoying Portal 2 so far. As you can see, like I said in the beginning, it's way more cinematic. A lot more, showing us scenes and stuff. But it's got more personality so far, especially with that little, like I said, that little guy, that little core, the British core. His name is Wheatley. If you recognize that voice, it's Stephen Merchant. If you're like, who is Stephen Merchant? He is the co-creator of The Office. And I don't mean like Steve Carell, The Office, I mean the original Office, the British Office. If you don't know, while the American Office is definitely the most successful Office, and it's, I believe, I don't know if it's the longest running, but I think so. There were dozens of iterations of The Office in a bunch of different countries. The two creators, Stephen Merchant and Ricky Gervais, who play, Ricky Gervais essentially plays the Michael role in the British, and Stephen Merchant essentially plays the Dwight role in the British Office. But they're not called Michael and Dwight. I've only seen a few episodes, but I don't remember what they're called. But regardless, fun fact, if you do like The Office, Ricky Gervais's character, like the actual character, he even says his name there, but I forget his name. Ricky Gervais's character meets Michael Scott in an episode, and they just love each other. They're like, oh my god, what a cool guy. This guy's so cool. Because they're like, essentially the same character. That's the joke. But yeah, like I was saying, The Office is in like dozens of different languages, different countries. Most of them are pretty successful, and Stephen Merchant and Ricky Gervais are producers on all of them, so they rake in the profits from all of it. So yeah, but anyways, Stephen Merchant, he's the voice of Wheatley, that little blue British core that got crushed by GLaDOS and tossed to the side. So poor Wheatley. But regardless, now we'll start some testing with GLaDOS at the helm again. But apparently, as you can see with the deadly lasers, she's got new challenges for us. So we'll start Chapter 2 next time. But once again, I'm Laggy Jim. Thanks for tuning in.